everyone, welcome to Learn and Grow. So yesterday we have seen about the material management. So today we're going to continue from the topic that we have left yesterday. So before getting into the topic, I just want to motivate you guys with a small motivational words. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Yes, many of the people might have talents, gifts, but they might not have the chance or the exact moment to show that talent to the world. But don't think that only some people get those kind of opportunities to show their talents in a great way. For example, if you take MS Dhoni, he's a big cricketer, and he got shined and he became a captain of India and he won the World Cup for us. So likewise, the same talent, so many people are there in this world, but they don't have the opportunity to show it in a great way. MS Dhoni got an opportunity, so he showed it in a great way, but so many people doesn't have that opportunity. So today I want to motivate, if you cannot do great things, do the small things in a great way, because that is where you will be highlighted. Okay, so remember this and go for the goal that you have in your mind. Okay, let's go on to the topic. So today we're going to discuss about the ABC analysis. So first, what is mean by ABC analysis? So I'll just give a small definition. ABC analysis is an approach for classifying inventory items based on the items' consumption values. Consumption values is the total value of an item consumed over a specified time period. For example, a year. The approach is based on the Pareto principle to help manage what matters, and it's applied in a context. So if you see in the screen, 8 type materials there. Like 8 type materials are materials with 10% in quantity, but the cost contribution is 90%. So it means this ABC analysis has been invented. Why in the sense? Because if we take a manufacturing industries, they will be buying so much of products, so they will be buying so much of spare parts, so many things they buy for the production. So in that case, they will be buying so many raw materials, right? So this ABC analysis helps to analyze or divide the materials into wide range of categories. So first one is the A type materials, that is material with 10% in quantity. That means that only 10% of the quantity will be used in the production, but the cost contribution is 90%. So the cost for that material and cost for the production will be 90%. The C type material is material with 70% in quantity, but the cost contribution is 10%. So that means if you take a small nut or bolt, something like that, you will be using it in a large number of ways, because if you want to do something or if you want to build something, you'll be using so much of this nuts and bolts. So the cost contribution will be very less. So that's what the example. And the B type material is medium valued and the number lies between A and C. So that's a medium valued and the number will be lying between A and C. That's called as ABC analysis. So we'll go for the next one. That is called the EOQ. That is nothing but it means the economic order quantity. So basically, if we take management, if you take an industries, this economic order quantity plays a major role. So that shows the size of an order that minimize the total inventory cost is known as EQ. So if you take a product, the order size matters a lot. So size of an order that minimize the total inventory cost. So in which way that the company can minimize the cost, because all the company will be looking for the profit. So they don't want the company to run in a loss. So for that basis, what they will do is they'll be trying to minimize the inventory cost in order to get a good profit. So the economic order quantity is the number of units that a company should add to inventory with each other to minimize the total cost of inventory, such as holding cost, order cost and shortage cost. The EQ is used as a part of continuous review inventory system in which the level of inventory is monitored at all times, and a fixed quantity is ordered each time the inventory level reaches a specific reorder point. The EOQ provides a model for calculating the appropriate reorder point and optimal reorder quantity to ensure the instantaneous replenishment of the inventory with no shortage. So basically the company will be looking for the replacement of the orders So they want to make sure that they want to minimize the uh, cost of the raw material. So in order to do that, they use this called as economic order quantity. Okay, we'll go for the next topic, methods of purchasing. The first part is market purchasing. So many of the people, if you see a small scale industries, a small manufacturing units, if we see, what they will do is they will buy the raw material from the markets, because they will not have a big deal, is because they are not not fully developed or fully grown companies, and they will not have that much of contacts. So what they will do is they'll be going and buying the materials from the market itself, because it doesn't have a big large scale, they don't have a big exposure in the industry. So what they will do is they go and buy the products in the market itself. So that's what they call the market purchasing. Many of the people will do this market purchasing because if suppose any item is not available in the other areas, market is the best place where they can get all this materials they want for the production. Second one is purchasing for a specific period. So some industries, they will buy certain raw materials only for a particular period of time, because they don't need that for the entire year, for the entire financial year. So they will be buying only for the specific period, because the requirement would be like that. Third one would be centralized purchasing. So this is called as this is centralized purchasing would be like for the big industries, because they don't need to roam here and there for all this material. So what they will do is they will be having a single point of contact, and they will purchase everything through that single point of contact. So that will be very easy for them, because they can get all the raw materials, everything from a single point. Third one is rate contract purchasing. So some people will be really focusing on the rate contracts. So what they will do is they will be negotiating with a single point, and they will be getting this contracts, all those things they will do, and they will get this purchase done. Fifth one is to direct general of supplies and disposals. This also comes like a market purchasing. Last one is purchasing according to the requirements. So basically all the purchasing things happens is mainly based on the requirement. So without the requirement, if they are purchasing, means there is no use at all. Okay, the next topic is principle of purchasing. So you could see the first point is right time. So whatever the product they want to buy, what are the raw materials they want to buy, if there is a production unit, they have to buy that product on an exact time. If suppose they are not buying it on time, means it will be a big loss for the production unit, because they want that if suppose there is a requirement of a big cylinder, they have to buy that cylinder on time, because if suppose they don't have the cylinder on the exact time, means it could be a big problem for the production, because they cannot produce the products on the exact time. So next one is the right price. So a manufacturing unit just cannot go just like that and just buy the product, buy the raw materials as they want, because you have to see the price, because they have a price cut, because whatever they buy, they have to buy within the budget, because if they buy it in the budget, then only they can keep a profit margin. So all the companies will work only for the profits. So basically they have to look into the price also. The third one is a right source. So some raw materials might be in demand, so they have to go to the right source, because some people might have the good contact, so they can go and they can buy the products. If suppose they are not having the right source, means it will be very difficult to buy the exact raw materials on time. So if suppose they don't have the right source, it could be a big problem to buy the raw materials on time. So it will also affect the right time also. The fourth one is the right quantity. So how much quantity they want to buy, they have to decide before. So they cannot just go to the market and just buy the things as they want, because they have to finalize everything before the production starts. So they have to buy all the right quantities in the right time, so that make sure that everything goes in a perfect way. They cannot go and dump the inventory with so much of quantity, because that can also lead to damage of the products. And the fifth one is a right quality. So whatever the raw materials they buy, that should have a good quality first. If the quality is missing, that will that will be a big problem during the customer satisfaction, because basically all the products that the manufacturing industry is going to make will be going to the customer, so they will be using that and they will be giving the reviews. If suppose the quality is not good, means it would really affect the customer satisfaction. The next one would be the right transport. So they whatever the raw materials that they get is, that should be within the boundary limit, so they cannot go and purchase things which is beyond the barriers, because if it's beyond the barrier means it could be also affecting the right time. So they have to see the everything should be in the right way, so that the transportation availability, everything should be in proper arranged, so that they get the product in the right time. Next one, the right procedure. They have to follow the right procedure, because procedure plays a major role, because if you are in manufacturing industries, the chief purchasing officer who purchase all those things will be following the procedure, because that will be very helpful, because when during the audit time and all, they have to submit all the documents in a correct manner, so that there won't be any problem at all. Third one is the right contact. So they have to do everything in the right contact. As we said, right source, the right context could be the same, because they have to contact the right people for the right materials. If they contact the wrong people, I mean it could be a problem for them, because they will not get the exact raw material that they want. The next one is procedure for purchasing. So every management has a procedure for purchasing. So if there is an organization, means they follow certain procedure, because just like that they cannot buy a big products, a big items just like that they want, because they have to form a certain rules, so that all the employees or all the purchase officer that they follow those exact rules in order to get those products. So this is a procedure for purchasing. Management should decide the method of purchasing. Either they have to decide whether they can buy it in a debit, or they want to buy it in a credit, in which way they have to buy it, because some people, some industries, they buy it in a debit, like they get the product before itself and they pay it and later, like this kind of things are their purchasing method. Some will be buying in on-ride transfer, some they will be buying in a cash. So it depends on management-wise managements. The second one is the purchasing department should be formed. So every organization must form a purchasing department, because these are the people who will be in the front end in order to see the purchase. So they will be responsible for all the bills, all those assets that has been brought for the company. So they can have a record on the ledger, so they any future use they can go and just they can submit that. And the third one, the inspection staff must see the material supplied in a good quality. So basically there should be an inspection staff in the organization, because either one will be seeing all those materials that's coming in and out, because they have to check the quality. Because some people, what they will do is, for the money's sake, what they will do is they will be buying a cheap materials for to minimize the amount. They will be doing it on the favor of the company, but what happens is that if the quality goes off, means the whole credibility will be going off, because customer satisfaction plays a major role, right? So if the customer is not satisfied with the quality, it will drastically affect the reputation of the company. So inspection staff will be looking through this quality of all the materials, make sure that it's okay, good. So if he approves only, it will be going for the production unit. Fourth one is when contracts are given, favorable terms can be detected. So some people will be doing in a contract basis. So if the contracts they get it in the favorable terms, that will be that they will consider and they will go ahead and for example, some people do things in a contract basis. So if that is favorable, if the what do you call that, if that amount they're gonna give would be favorable, they will be go ahead and they will be agreeing that. The last one is saving can be affected by arranging standardized purchasing. So everything has to be done in a proper way. Savings can be affected in the sense it should not be affecting. So the company should make sure that everything goes in a standardized purchasing. So they have to follow everything in a standardized way, because they cannot overturn the rules that they imported. So if they are overturning the rules, means it might cause a problem not only for the management, also for the employees. The last topic is modern techniques of material management. So these are the modern techniques right now all the industries are implementing in their own organization. The first one is just-in-time system. So this is already, otherwise it's called as JIT. So what is just-in-time? So just-in-time is an inventory system, is a management strategy that aligns raw material orders from suppliers directly with production schedule. So basically what they will do is they will be it's a software. So what they will do is they will be consolidating the raw materials from the supplier directly with the production schedule. That means, for example, if I want a particular product in a particular time, they will be scheduling it. So just like that, they will not get all the products at the same time, because that could be a big mess, because they cannot segregate just like that. Because for industries, for big manufacturing companies, they want the materials exactly at the point of time, because they don't want everything in the same time. So that will be a big mess for them. So this JIT, what they will do is, because of this JIT, companies employs inventory strategy to increase efficiency and to decrease waste by receiving goods only as they need them for the production process. So basically they get the products whenever the production happens. So if the production is not happening, they will not get the product. If the production is happening, at that point of time, this product will be coming. So this will help to reduce the wastage of the goods. So basically the company will be giving the money to get the raw materials. So if suppose they are spending so much of money and dumping all the goods, and what happens if that goods is spoiled? So it will be a big loss for the company. So because of this JIT, what happens is they get the exact raw material on the exact time of production. So this will make sure that the company is not facing any problem, which reduce inventory cost also. So because of this JIT, it reduced the inventory cost. This method requires procedure to forecast demand accurately. So it will accurately see the demands of the company. So the next one is system application and products, SAP, and the next one is enterprise resource planning. So basically these two are the same thing. So SAP is nothing but a system application and product in data processing. So it's a leading global provider for enterprise resource planning. So basically this software is used for the planning of the enterprise. So companies like large scale, small scale, and the companies, they will be relying on this SAP software for better solution to manage their business intelligence, operation plannings, and the purchase and material. So basically this will help them to manage the system, everything in a correct way. So many companies, they buy this SAP softwares and they implement it in their companies in order to see the purchase, how the purchase is happening, how the materials that they get, the raw materials, everything is online. So they will check everything, and they will also do the operation planning also. So when this has to happen, when this production should start, they will plan accordingly. So it's like an intelligent software basically. So all the companies nowadays, they are implementing the SAP, the enterprise resource planning. So these are the things that we have seen in this material management. I hope everyone would have understand this video, and make sure that you implement in your exams also. Please study, go through your books, and make sure that you equip yourself with enough amount of knowledge to write your semester exams. And I hope you guys to see you in the next video. And please be safe, stay in your home, and protect yourself. So until that, it's bye from Vimal.